write it on your heart that every day is your best day yet. That's a strong one from Ralph Waldo. It's good to have you join us on the conversation, showing on your digital first Pan-African news network, that is TOS Television. We're reaching you from Nigeria's federal capital city, Abuja. My name is Merciful Ajinamo. Before we bring you the topic of today, the strong topic of today, let's bring you to some updates that happened in Africa in the last 24 hours. We begin from, Zuma. Patterns of abuse present at every stage in Zuma era, says South Africa inquiry. Of course, systemic corruption was pointed to South Africa's former president Jacob Zuma's 9-year tenure in the first part of a report published on Tuesday by a corruption inquiry. After more than 3 years of investigations involving more than 300 witnesses. And now Ugandan opposition leader and musician Bobby Wine said his newly song entitled Agenda, a Luganda word that loosely translates as "you will fall," is made directly for the sitting president ears, who he said has turned back on his word to bring democracy to the country. Now we'll bring you COVID-19 updates from across Africa, and after that we'll bring you the big story. Stay tuned. Yes, you can be a part of the conversation by following us across all our social media platforms and also be a part of our social media community on TOS TV Network. And how do you do that? Go to @TOS TV Network on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Like and follow so you can engage with our content as to bring them to you every day. Of course, our website is right there to stay updated on happenings in Nigeria and across Africa at www.tostvnetwork.com. It is the big story, the crux of the conversation, and this time our focus is on Kano politics and influence on general elections. Joining us in the studio this time is Mustafa Aliyu, a political analyst. You're welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. Happy New Year. How are you?
Happy New Year to you too. How's everything been?
Fine. We're good.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I want to talk about Kano State. We do know that a lot of things has happened in Kano, from the late last year till this year, and we know that the general elections is next year. Before we talk about the influence of Kano State on the general elections, what is your take on everything that's been happening in terms of politics, especially pertaining to the APC?
What is happening in the APC in Kano State is more of, when I say politics, when it comes to leading a party for a succession, a lot of people want to be in their various positions and they don't really want to leave that particular positions because of, the general election is coming and you'll be having a lot of influx, a lot of intentions, a lot of interest. And the competition gets heated at this point in time because, Kano State is more of a state that is very, 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 very political, aware of what is happening in their system. Kano State is very political conscious. They're very political conscious inclined in Kano State. And that's because the people, the electorate in Kano State really know what they want. And they go all out to support a particular candidate, not minding whatever it is that candidate is made of. So let me just dissect some little things in Kano State APC right now.
Okay.
Fantastic Governor Ganduje is actually someone who I praise because I'm more of someone who like to see a process where people get to do the work they have been called to do by the people. I've been to Kano State for the past, month, and I see a lot of developmental strife, and it's doing it, and it's doing it, and it's doing it in a way that you can see the awards being given to him. But in politics right now, you always have these people around you, surrounding you, who probably don't like the system and really want to get on top of the game ahead of you. And I'm so surprised someone like Sheikh Karu will come into the board of the APC. You know how it was for him when he was in the PDP.
Yeah.
He was almost booted out by then, and the head, that is the
Kwankwaso.
Kwankwaso. Thank you. He was booted out, and they gave him a family in APC, a family that made him feel so welcome. And all of a sudden, this is 2023, you're having a faction of a party that gave you a platform where you didn't really have a say in the other party, that is the PDP. So right now, what is going to be happening going forward in Kano State is political battle between who really want to like succeed the governor, because everyone in the states right now are almost doing their terms. They have done the 2 terms, and most of them they are looking out for the successor. So I know Ganjude in the New Year message said he wanted to reconcile and is ready for any productive togetherness. But you know, people don't want that because of their interest. And when you have people like that, it's best for you to stand your feet and get to work and see how people who are with you can actually build up that capacity for you to be succeeding in 2023.
Okay.
So that's it.
Yeah, I do know that some Nigerians are of the opinion that the former governor of Kano State, Kwankwaso, made some statements that the present Ganduje was brought in, not really elected. You know, apostrophe, not really elected. What's your take concerning that statement? And finally, you did say that Kano is one of the strongholds of election. They are politically aware. Do you have a reason why is that?
You know, when you lose an election, you have to have in that your particular insight that there was a reason why you lost. And definitely no reason. Sometimes, yes, there's a reason. And most times, you go to court for that same reason that build up in your mind. This is why you felt you lost the election. We have a judiciary system who have been able to go through at all stages to the Supreme Court to clarify a governor like Ganjude that he won the election. I would rather want Kwankwaso, who is a political leader also in Kano State, to not make tense the political situation in the state and rather just focus on how he can be able to like bring about productiveness in the next election instead of talking about the past. The past is always going to be the past. You can't actually change it. But why he's bringing out this is just for him to feel some certain way of feeling like, okay, we could have won, but we lost because of some excuse. And they said no excuse for failure. So there's more in the future than in the past. So he should move forward and let's get this politics in Kano straight up. And you know, Kano State is very important. So much important because whoever is going to be the winner of Kano State at any election, be it any level, you should be able to understand that you have gotten a chunk to some extent of what winning is all about. Kano State has a population. Kano State,
they have the voting power.
Have the voting power, like you know, it's a state that everyone wants to win. Everywhere the APC and PDP, it's a state to actually win and go to sleep.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I thank you so much. Unfortunately, we're out of time, but we do hope that things just become simpler and we understand what's happening, especially as the new election is coming next year. We're just a couple of months, I'll call it, because I don't want to say 1 year, because you know February, March, and April, and everything happens. Well, thank you so much.
It's going to be a year of politics.
We do hope we see you more of this time.
No problem.
Right. And thank you, viewers, for staying tuned to the conversation. Don't forget you can be a part of our social media community. Follow us across all our social media platforms at TOS TV Network. Don't forget to engage, like, and subscribe. It's been a pleasure having you today. Make sure you stay safe as always. My name is Merciful Ajinamo. See you tomorrow.